Good evening and welcome to News 10 on My Fox 10. Tests are underway on contaminated soil found in Terre Haute. City crews found the problem while digging in an area along Prairieton Road. News 10's Hunter Petroviak has more on what's taking place.
This is what crews found under the ground, coal tar. They were working on placing a new line for the sewage overflow project. City engineer Chuck Ennis says contaminants used to flow in this area.
Coal tar specifically was draining through this ditch. That process was abandoned, we figure, about late 80s, mid to late 80s. But the remnants of that coal tar still remain on site.
Officials believe the contamination comes from the company that used to sit on this property. The byproduct of what they were making running off into the ditch that's just right behind it.
The big problem with this is the coal tar that is here on the ground can seep into the river.
The Environmental Protection Agency came in earlier this week to conduct tests on the contamination. Their findings will give insight as to just how bad this really is.
The test results will kind of indicate how the extent of the contamination, but we've got about a 2,000 foot long stretch here. We're just not sure how wide.
Once the results are in, the EPA will come up with a plan to get the area cleaned up. And it says things like these are bound to happen living where we do.
This is a Midwestern industrial city. There's remnants of old industrial uses. This is another one of them. And there's a process in place for getting these things cleaned up, and we're in the middle of that process right now.
Cleaning up the mess as the city moves forward. In Terre Haute with Chief Photojournalist Mike Latta, Hunter Petroviak, News 10.
Ennis says in order for the riverfront to be clean, the process has to be done. And because of its location, it doesn't really pose a direct threat to people. The city will not have to pay for the cleanup.